What's up guys, and welcome to the Silverstone circuit today. It is part number 25 of the Ultimate Career and round number 6 of the F1 2011 career mode. Yes, the Ultimate Career is back for the first time in 2 months. And if you're wondering why, then, well, it's quite simple actually. My PC is currently not working. I've had a problem with the hard drive, so that's been sent off to be repaired. Hopefully that should be back in the next couple of weeks, but in the meantime you're going to be seeing a lot of Ultimate Career content. I've still got 5 rounds to complete in the 2011 season, so you Ultimate Career fans will be, well, I guess you'll be very, very pleased with that. I'm using that family PC to edit and my Xbox to record, so hopefully there shouldn't be too many issues with that. I hope you guys do understand that I won't be able to bring out any F1 2014 content. But anyway, in the background you probably can see the F1 2010 race stats. Yes, the stats from last season's race. Sebastian Vettel took pole position, however we snatched victory after Vettel got held up by a back marker, I believe, last season. Go and check that race out if you haven't already. It really was a cracking race. I really did enjoy recording that one back when I did it about a year ago probably. But anyway, the big teams this season have come with a lot of upgrades, so it could be difficult for ourselves. But let's see how we get on for the British Grand Prix. So then you join me in the Williams garage ahead of the British Grand Prix. We're going to be starting today's race from 8th position. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage from qualifying, seeing as that's on my PC, unfortunately. But as you can see, Fernando Alonso and Mark Webber will be starting on the front row for today's race, with Sebastian Vettel in 3rd. The 2 British drivers, Hamilton and Button, apart from myself, of course, they'll be starting 4th and 5th. So no British driver starting above 4th position, but anyway, there's the race strategy for today. Predicted to be a one-stop, stopping on lap 6 for primes. But on this game, I find it very, very difficult to manage tyre wear. So it could be interesting to see how that pans out for the race. Let's get out to the grid. So as you can see, the Silverstone wing in the background. It's time for the 2011 British Grand Prix, the 25th race of the Ultimate Career, and we're going to be starting it from 8th position. Nick Heidfeld is to the left of us, but now lights are coming on for the start of the British Grand Prix. Williams home race, and we are away, and getting already up into 2nd gear, but getting a lot of rear wheel spin, and already down into 9th as we come into turn 1, getting a decent run as the Mercedes and the McLaren nearly touch. We touch the rear of Jenson Button, but going down the inside of Button and Hamilton, and now running side by side with Sebastian Vettel, our championship rival. Are we going to go round the outside? Yes, we are. Oh, are we going to make the move stick in the end of the village complex? Yes, we do. Beautiful move from ourselves. And now as we're going to come up to the end of the first sector into Woodcut and Brooklands, and getting the car turned in nicely. It's very, very difficult, in fact, on this game to get a good turn in. Or at least get the correct turn in, because the wheel just turns so much when it gets past a certain degree. But anyway, skipping all the way onto lap 4 now. As you can see, we're in the DRS of Mark Webber, but getting a snap of oversteer there. And we're finding it very, very difficult at this stage to control the car, as we've once again come into Woodcut and Brooklands. Just a slight front lockup, I think we saw there. But anyway, we're purple through the first sector, and now we really are making inroads on Mark Webber. Still in a podium position at the moment, but we're not really going to be content with that. But we've lost a lot of time on the last lap and a half. And just look at those tyres. That is suicidally bad. And that left front tyre is taking an absolute beating from the track. And, well, the Williams guys have thought, you know what, we're going to try and go for the undercut. Because I felt myself as if I was going to be very, very vulnerable on the next lap to Sebastian Vettel. So I decided, you know what, we'll come in a lap earlier than Sebastian, and probably, you know, we should be able to undercut him. Although you guys know the difficulties that we've had this season with cold tyres on the outlap. So we're going to have to be careful with that. Luckily, it was going through my mind that I was going to have to be careful. So anyway, it's a... Oh, I can't even read that. Is it a 4 or is it a 5-second pit stop? Apologies, I can't quite see. But anyway, it wasn't the fastest stop from the Williams crew that I've seen. But now coming out of the pit lane onto the track. It looks as if we're going to be coming out in 17th position, or maybe 18th, as the big train of cars are coming out of the pit lane now, and we've got very, very cold tyres behind Jarno Trulli. However, that may play into our advantage, because we should get DRS. There's a large front lock up there on that right tyre. It's the left tyre, though, that takes a beating round here. And come the end of lap 6, it looks as if we're going to get past Jarno Trulli. Obviously, we're in the superior car. Still taking it very easy because the tyres are still very cold, and now coming into the Vale and Club corners of turn 16. And now turn 17 and finally turn 18 as we're on full lock pretty much coming through this section. I do really like that final sector on this game. It is really, really rewarding when you do get it right. And now coming towards Abbey at 160 miles per hour, coming out in 9th position, just jumping Sebastian Vettel. There still are quite a lot of cars that haven't pitted in the race yet, but most importantly, we've got ahead of our championship rival as now we come through the loop. And come lap 8, coming through Abbey once again, it looks as if we have maintained 3rd position. And there is Mark Webber just up ahead, so he's probably about 2 seconds down the road. And now coming into Village and the loop, and now up into Aintree, which, as you guys probably know, saw a lot of tyre failures back in 2013. But anyway, we're here on the 2011 game today, and come the end of lap 9, we are 1.6 seconds behind Mark Webber. And we're going to hopefully be making inroads on that. You can see that we're -1 lap on fuel. But Webber seems to be a little bit held up by Fernando Alonso as we go purple on lap 11. So we are most certainly in the groove with this Silverstone track now. And once again coming through into the loop and Aintree. Or is this Village? I do apologise for my poor knowledge of these corners. But yeah, that one's the loop and this one is Aintree. So yeah, anyway, we did a 1:29.7 on that lap as we come once again to the end of the lap. Which is Vale and Club, and the end of lap 12 sees us very, very close on the gearbox of Mark Webber. Another pretty decent lap as well. So as we come once again through turn 1, 165 miles an hour this time, taking ever more speed as we get a little bit up on the curb there. But we should get DRS this time. And we are very, very, very close to Mark Webber and putting it up into Rich Mix. We get a little bit of wheel spin on the exit and put it on the DRS, but we got very, very excitable there and the car just didn't like it, so we ran out wide, unfortunately. Lost a lot of time as a result of that. But very, very nice turn in there into Brooklands and now into Luffield. I think I got those corner names wrong earlier, didn't I? I said Luffield and Woodcut. Woodcut is the corner after Luffield. I tell you what, these corner names never fail to confuse me. But anyway, we're on lap 14 now. We're still -1 lap on fuel, but nonetheless, we are still within DRS range of Mark Webber. We just can't catch him though on that DRS zone. And lap 15, I'm pretty sure our tyres are taking a beating once again. You can see that left front doesn't seem to be liking it. And we're out of DRS range, unfortunately, and we're just going to have to now try and keep P3 from Sebastian Vettel, who is lurking, obviously on those 1 lap fresher tyres as well. We shouldn't be able to catch any back markers this lap, luckily, as we now come through the loop. And Aintree once again for the final time. Once again a snap of oversteer, but we've got a full bar of curves to use. We still need to do fuel saving though. It's like Valencia all over, and Vettel is going to get past us. We're going to try and hold it down on the inside now into Brooklands and maybe get the undercut onto Luffield and then through Woodcut. But it doesn't look as if it's going to be enough. As that's Lewis Hamilton. He wants to bite the cherry. We've got a full bar of curves to use, but is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. So it looks as if Sebastian Vettel has stolen a podium position off us as we now come through the old turn 1, running very, very wide. Just look at those tyres. There is no chance that we're going to be able to get Vettel as now we come through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, trying to get a good run onto the Hanger Straight, but it doesn't look as if it's going to work. Well, there's no DRS zone, unlike in 2014. And I tell you what, this last lap has been a huge, huge disaster for us. We've lost 3 points to Sebastian Vettel, and there's been a 6-point swing in the championship. Obviously, Vettel gaining 3 points, and we've lost 3 points. But as we come through Vale and Club, finally, our fuel runs onto optimal, so we're not going to be losing any more positions. It's a little bit disappointing for 4th place, but it is still 12 points in the bag as we show off frustration there by putting it into the pit wall at the end. I'm sure the Williams crew will still be pretty pleased with those 12 points. Obviously, like I said earlier on, there are a lot of big teams that have come with upgrades this weekend. There are the race results. Fernando Alonso managing to fend off Mark Webber. That is fantastic stuff from the Ferrari driver. Huge, huge respect to him. But Sebastian Vettel makes it 2 Red Bulls on the podium. And there is, you see, Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button. So it's 4th, 5th and 6th for the British drivers. None on the podium, unfortunately. Hami Alguersuari managing to score points down in 9th, as did Vitaly Petrov, continuing his good run of form. No DNFs this afternoon. It's Narain Karthikeyan, the Cucumber, finishing in 24th position. But now moving on to the driver's standings, we still do maintain the lead of the championship. We're on 110 points at the moment, pretty much holding Williams up on our own. With Sebastian Vettel there on 91 points, and Fernando Alonso's win takes him to 77 points. There's actually no changes in the top 9 of the championship. They all stay the same as they were at the end of Valencia. Nico Rosberg moving up to 10th, however, and Jenson Button's disastrous season gets a little bit better. He's up in 11th place. But now we go on to the constructors' standings, where Red Bull maintain their lead at the top of the championship, 133 points they're on, and Ferrari closing in on Williams, now on the same amount of points. Both are on 110 points. With McLaren there in 4th on 79 points. So not a great season for them so far. I'm sure they'll be looking for better things in the final 4 races. Lotus are there in 5th with Mercedes in 6th. Sauber in 7th, Toro Rosso in 8th. And Force India with the just 4 points in 9th. The 3 new teams, they haven't scored yet this season. But there you can see we are reasonably happy with our Williams crew. Make sure you join me next time for the Belgian Grand Prix. I was trying to think what race it was then. If we could get 100 likes for the return of the Ultimate Career, that would be crazy. So thanks so much for watching today, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.